All right, we have creatures, or as I have been singing to myself, lovely little life forms. Um, that, of course, is Data from Next Generation. I'm a good old fashioned nerd. So, Next Gen, and of course, even before that, uh, I'm not really actually old enough to have watched the original, but I watched it in reruns, so that was good, and I enjoyed it. So let's paint some lovely little life forms. Life forms, lovely little life forms. We're going to do the gold first and the bronze second. And as you can see, I already sketched them out. I did them first with pencil, like I almost always do. And then I did them after that so that they really pop. Oops, I got that a little messy. There we go. Bleh. So that they really pop and have a nice undercolor in Sharpie. I love Sharpies. Best friends, Sharpies. I have Sharpie on almost everything that I do here also. So that's underneath. It also likes to stick to about everything. So no matter what I'm using, it'll usually hang tight. And they went nuts in terms of the colors and like all of the different kinds of points and artist supplies and stuff. So Sharpie went crazy. Not that I'm a commercial for Sharpie, but hey, Sharpie, if you want to give me money, hey, I'm here. Let's talk. This is another kind of custom color I mixed up. And I'm putting it on top of, like I said, yellow marker. And I'll just do one for this one real quick layer. I mean, quick-ish. I guess quick is relative to what you think quick is. Kind of to get a edge down, really. As you can see. And to smooth out the center of the figure. And then I'll come back and really start doing like some of the texture and the structure and what I want it to look like. And like, okay, where are the hips going to be? Actually, that's not a good example here because it's the top. And so you're not going to see that. But where's the spine going to be? Where are those things going to show up? So I'll come back after and do that. But the first round's really just to kind of get the edges and get a good color over it. But you'll see, starting with that, the Sharpie marker underneath and then doing this color that I mixed up on top, you get a really nice depth of color. And of course, it's going to dry. And so it's going to change because, of course, this is the glue, so there's some white to it. But it's going to stay a really cool depth of color. Probably take maybe take one more coat. And the only thing about this stuff is I do have to get at weird angles to really see what I'm doing because it's so iridescent. It's so shiny. I can't see what I'm doing sometimes. I'll probably have to come back with a smaller brush to really do what I want to do here. But at least I can, yeah, there we go. There we go, there we go. Do-do-do. It always helps to hum. Might need to change my music out. I don't know if you all can even, whoops. Darn it. Drat. hear that I'm listening to music, and it is a lo-fi hip-hop, which has been lovely, but it is now about 3:30. Oh, yeah, about 3:30 in the afternoon. And it's a little mellow. I don't know. It's getting a little mellow. I'm feeling like something that's a little more poppy might be necessary here soon, because I need something poppy. I need something with some get up and go. I just had something that I knew would be cool to have in the background if it was being picked up with a microphone, that I didn't think would have any rights and permission issues. Because frankly, otherwise, most of the time, this is a T-Swift shop. I am a Swiftie, so yeah. It's a thing. Not exclusively, but largely. That's what would be playing in the background. Mixed with some, I don't know, what else might play? Chapel Roan. Been listening to a good bit of her lately. She's fun. I like her. And you'll always hear Whitney Houston play. I love Whitney Houston. So that will always fly by. And yeah, I don't know what else. Led Zeppelin, you know, I tend to be one of those. And that's not fair. I actually am one of those that straight up blanks out when she tries to think of things. That's actually what I am. So I can't think of lists when I need to think of lists. I can't think of, oh crap, damn it. Can't think of musicians when I would like to think of, like, oh, who are the musicians I listen to and like? None. Apparently none. Because I couldn't tell you any right now. Except Taylor Swift. Apparently. That's apparently the only one. But I know there are others. I have wild and eclectic taste, but I'll be damned if I could tell you any of them right now. Because I have one of those brains that shuts down. Needless to say, I also do not test well. I like Muse. There you go. And I mean, I can go like further back and be like, I like Rage Against the Machine. I like Nine Inch Nails. I like Stone Temple Pilots. Oh, wow. There we go. Okay, good. I was worried there for a second. But that's like stuff that was popular when I was a kid. To totally date myself. Lane Staley. I mean, who doesn't love Weird Al Yankovic? Tom Waits. Saw him in concert. I actually saw both of them in concert, and both two of the best live shows I've ever seen. Holy crap. But Tom Waits puts on a hella live show. Simple, but man, that man can play guitar. That was a good show. He was cool. That was a good show. That was neat. So was Weird Al. That was an amazing show. That was an experience. Wow. That was theater. Ah, that was my fingernail. No. Yeah, that was fun. That was neat too. But man, Tom Waits was just like, that was just him. That was in Atlanta. And his son, I think, came out. Damn, that was amazing. That was a good show. That was a cool experience. That was definitely one of those worth the price of admission. More than worth the price of admission, actually. I can easily say that for that one. That one and saw. Oh my god, what just happened to my brain? My brain got eaten by a zombie. Saw Waiting for Godot. How perfect is that? Saw Waiting for Godot with Patrick Stewart and Ian McKellen and a bunch of other people too, is what's wild about it. But those two in particular, and was like, oh my god, like fifth row center. It wasn't supposed to be, and then got there and my seat was bad. And so they moved me. And because they had me in some seat that was behind a column, and so they moved me to basically to fifth row center. And it was, there's no way I could have afforded to see anything like that, except that it was the last preview night. And so, yeah, so I was fifth row center to Ian McKellen and Patrick Stewart in waiting. And I always say Godot, and I know there's different ways people say it. Suck it. But it was phenomenal. That was worth more than the price of admission. Ian McKellen spit on me. He spit on me at one point. I almost didn't shower. It was phenomenal. It was one of the best nights of my life. It was a phenomenal evening. It was fantastic. It was just fantastic. So yeah, that was cool and worth more than the price of admission. I love working with glue. Look at this. This is so neat. That went not where I wanted it, but that's all right. That's all right. We'll fix it. We have ways of fixing these things. It's called a fingernail. No. Okay. I'm not sure I want to do too much more here. Less. Not to overuse. And overusing is often so much more. Of course, it was just me. Who was down in the rocks going, "Give me more!" So, take me with a grain of salt. I am changeable as the sea. Gosh. It's all right. It's all right. Well, I actually kind of like that. Hang on. Sweet serendipity. My fingernail has been overused at this point. Crud. No. Okay. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I think that's passable, but not great. Yikes. Alright, I'm about ready to say this is done. I think I said that like 20 minutes ago. If anybody's even still out there. Major Tom, are you with me, Major Tom? What the hell is even going on? Alright, I think until I come. Oh no. Oh no. I don't like that. I do not like that. Nah. Alright, I'm gonna have to come back with a needle. But that's good. Alright, it will dry. That will dry. And I will come through and do some touch-ups. But that is Goldie. And now we move on to bronze. And I'm going to make use of this to make bronze. I'm just going to reuse, recycle, and add a little extra bronze to this to make bronze. So that's what we're going to do. For the bronze. So I mixed up just a custom color. You can see some of the gold from before, from the other dragon, still there. Added a little of this red gold to it, and that's what I'm gonna put on top of and that's just an orange Sharpie, just an orange of this kind of Sharpie. Actually, it was this one right here. Ta-da! That bad boy right there. So I'll just use this. And it should, with all of these on top of each other, just give it a really, really nice color. And I'll do the same thing that I did over on the gold dragon. And layer up so that you get the color, kind of the edges, and then the interior, kind of ribs, spine. Whoops, that's a little bit outside, but that's good because the edges there were frayed. That was kind of crappy looking, really. So that's good. Crappy looking. That's a technical term. That's the kind of feedback we give ourselves that we would not typically give other people. I would not normally tell someone else something was crappy looking. But I would readily tell myself that. Actually, I like the way this is all working together more than I expected to. I like it when that happens. That's always nice. That happened with the sky on this also. It's happened a few times on this one. When I painted the sky on this, I was like, what is happening? I don't know, but I like it. And I didn't record that. That was before I recorded anything. I was quite pleased. Alright. For some reason that is just not quite working out the way I wanted it to. And for some reason, in between these critters, the gold one and this bronze one, I didn't change the music. What was I thinking? It's still smooth. Still lo-fi. Now even later in the afternoon. I'm fading, folks. It's too smooth. Actually, I need to stand up straighter. Oh, okay, the back. The arts are hard on your health. They're hard on your back. They're hard on your shoulders. They're hard on your legs. A number of them are hard on your lungs in various different capacities. You breathe various different things, particles, particulates. Crud. I'm not pleased with that. Not unlike construction. Construction is also incredibly hard on your, obviously, I mean, that's a well duh. Hard on your body. Oh, well duh. I thought of that because I'm looking at construction stuff right now, like right there. We're still finishing the studio space. And by we, I mean we. And Jesse is the man. Alright. Now I can start seeing this take a little bit more shape. Oh, my nose itches. And I find myself immediately standing in the exact same position that was killing my back only moments before. What is that? Why do we do these things? Why? We all do this. All right, doing it again, standing up straight. Why do we do the things that we know are bad for us? And we all do it. Whatever it is. And there are so many different it's. From food to relationships to, ooh, wow, that was almost really bad. Yowza. Let me just show you how bad it can really be. Pay attention to what you are doing. I will. Thank you for the lesson. Thank you for the lesson. Man. Come on. That is not what I wanted to have happen right there. Come on, dude. Come on. Oh, power of the fingernail. There we go. That's not too shabby. I like it. These guys are cute. I don't know why I have a thing for this one. He's more simple, but there's something about him. He was the first one I drew. Maybe that's it. Maybe I know that he's the first one I sketched. I don't know. I think he's cute. Whoa, let's not do that. There's just something about this little dude. I think he's cute. But I'm a pushover, particularly for anything lizard-like. Or turtle-like. Or frog-like. Yep. Oh, you're so cute. Alright, I think we're about there. I don't want to overdo it. I don't want to overdo it. Okay.